Guys, before I even start this video, before I even get into anything, I just want to let people know that I'm making this video and I am currently working with Keemstar on the Baited podcast. I am a manager. I do a lot of the behind the scenes shit. I just want to let people know that what I say in this video, I do work with Keemstar, but that does not mean I'm going to actively be biased and just sucking up. However, that being said, the majority of this video is the good stuff that Keem has done in the past. Because if you Google right now, Keemstar exposed, you're gonna find 10,000 videos of every bad thing Keem has ever done. So I don't want to talk about the bads, because if you want to find the bads, you can find that with one YouTube search right away. So that being said, let's get right into it. I've wanted to make this video for an extremely long time, and I feel it's finally time to get it out there because there's some things that I want to discuss about Leafy and Keemstar that I feel like aren't being talked about enough, but for the most part, I want to talk about why Keemstar is, in fact, one of the best YouTubers of all time. Now, I'm not just following that trend. I actually kind of mean that when I say that, because there's a lot of things that people take for granted in the YouTube space. And now, everybody knows the bad of Keemstar. That's the thing, is everybody knows every little bad thing he's ever done because it's publicized 100,000 times on YouTube. If you type in the words Keemstar exposed on YouTube, you're going to probably find every single bad thing that Keem has ever done in the entire history of him being on YouTube, on StreamMe, on fucking Blog TV and Battlecam. You're going to find every bad thing, but I want to talk about the good. And this is why I say that Keem is the best YouTuber of all time. Not in the sense that, oh, like, he has the most subs or he has the most fame. He does have more fame than a lot of people, I'll be honest. He has a 1.5 million sub mark, but in reality, this man probably carries a real 15 million sub draw because people know who the fuck this guy is. I want to list off legitimately everything that was good that Keem has pretty much ever done off. And you cannot tell me after this with a straight face that Keem is a bad person. He's done some bad things in the past, but this list of good shit that I'm about to just start talking about is so much bigger, and I don't think any other YouTuber has done half of the shit that Keem has done, which is why I bring this up. But just to start off, I mean, look at the starting of Keem. Like the very beginning was the Federation of Asshole Gamers. We saw the first trolling group originate a series that is one of the biggest things on YouTube, well, was the biggest things on YouTube, and that was trolling. It was the biggest thing. And I'm not saying Keemstar was the leader of that. It was the original FAG members who did that. He is one of the reasons that this was very, this became popular because of this group. The reason that you see all of your fucking favorite YouTubers acting like assholes on YouTube because they found out that trolling is funny. People like it when you're an asshole. People like it when you just fuck around with people, and some people don't take it seriously. That is why things like roasting has evolved from what we see today. It's not like the trolling YouTubing scene is kind of died out, but you see people who are roasting each other, bashing each other, people who get pissed off and upset and they just go on roast battles. That's from trolling, and that was in fact one of Keemstar's original creations. So a great reason that you see all the content you see today was because this one gentleman and the other members of FAG popularized something humongous. On top of that, all of the collaborations, all of the things that Keem has ever done that has opened up for the public, for people like me, to get a chance to go out there and become YouTubers, to try to make a name for themselves. You look at the Federation of Asshole Trollers. That was the first community thing. A group of trollers. A lot of people got some pretty good sub numbers from that, and you see a couple of them still around and some of them not around. But he gave an opportunity for people to try to present themselves like, hey, I'm a good troller, I'm a good entertainer, I want my shot to get up there, I want to be on the main stage, I want to be a Federation of Asshole Troller, And then you see things like Thrust, and then you see things like Thrust 2.0, which is the most recent one that unfortunately went down. I take some of the blame for that anyway. But you see that big scene of people who were in Thrust, who were great snipers, great trick shotters. There's a lot of people who became extremely famous from that. And a story that I think a lot of you guys don't know is Censor. One of the reasons he got pretty big, not saying this is his reason for becoming famous or, really popular in the esports, but he did get a great start from Thrust. He was put up on a main stage, Keem helped get his name out there, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Censor went to a different team, and then right after that he went to FaZe. I can't remember exactly what the team was in between if he did, but we saw a lot of people. If I'm not mistaken, Magoo was in Thrust. There's a couple of other people whose names I just cannot remember, Mela. You see a lot of great content creators who are now, Sore Butters. You see people like Overtflow, who was a great guy. If I'm not mistaken, Frexile was, I can't remember. But you see all of these great people who, came out of thrust, and because they got an opportunity to be presented where they could grow, like they weren't just like sitting at 1,000 subscribers grinding and grinding. They're like, okay, I'm going to go on the main stage and I'm going to be like on the front line and have hundreds of thousands of people looking at me. And if they like me, I'm going to get famous, or, they're going to get their shot. And some people did. And that's an amazing thing that somebody does. And I challenge you, I seriously fucking challenge you to find another YouTuber out there besides somebody who already hosts a major clan who has done the same. I can't find anybody. The closest example I have is a guy named Overspark, and his clan, if I'm not mistaken, his Swerve clan. Like, they don't get nearly the views, unfortunately, but he's a great guy because he started a clan and he gave people the chance to really grow their channels and become popular. And you know what? Keem's done that, and I can guarantee you other people with 500,000 subs still have yet to do some shit like that. People with 5 million subs. When's the last time they created a community channel or a team channel or did something to help other people that was really a big significant impact on people's careers? I guarantee you it's not as significant when they just once a year they find one person do a couple videos together and that person gets famous. Whereas if you get a whole fucking team of people, that's a great opportunity for a lot more than just one or two people. Some other minor things that he's done as well is some of the shout-outs and the aid that's been given to people that I've really kind of grown to like a lot of YouTubers because they've been talked about in Drama Alert, or they've been shared on Twitter, or people are tweeting about them constantly. And I found a lot of people that I really like. Like, one of my best examples is Hey Watch Your Mouth. That guy, if Keemstar had not tweeted out his videos nonstop and straight up showed that this guy was funny, I wouldn't know who a ton of these YouTubers are because I don't find out, I don't have a system to figure out, who these people are. I don't really have a way to do this. So generally, I rely on Twitter and social media for people send out suggestions. And you know what? I've seen a great lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people grow because they get that little shout out. Sometimes that helps. I'm not saying that's the reason they're famous, but stuff like that and the collaborations and doing, talking about somebody on Drama Alert helps out a lot. And I challenge you again to find another YouTuber has done something as significant or similar to that. And I will be more than happy to eat my own shorts if you find somebody else who's done the same thing. But for the most part, I don't find anybody who does that much amount of work to help other people, even though he has no reason to do that. I've talked about this a million times. Your favorite YouTubers don't have a need. They don't have to do shit like this. I'm not even telling you, go find YouTubers and tell them that they have to go shout out other people or create teams. I'm just saying you're not going to find almost anybody else who's done the same thing. So besides popularizing trolling, becoming one of the biggest trends of 2014 on YouTube, now we have this whole trend of the fucking drama. Drama was a thing that grew videos and grew channels, and it became a really popular thing to talk about other people. If you recall, Philly D actually tweeted out that because of Keemstar, one of the reasons that his channel is growing so big and he's doing the content he did is because he saw that Keemstar created a market that people did want to see drama. They did want to hear about it, and they did want to hear people's opinions on it. So when Philly D sees that Keem's doing this and he's getting successful, he goes, wow, this is a huge inspiration. I'm going to try to adapt that into my channel. That's a great fucking thing because it evolves our platform. We're not doing the same bullshit vlogs where we're standing around with our cameras recording vlogs. No, we're evolving our content. New things are happening. Every day something new is uploaded to YouTube that probably could start the next new trend, the big thing, roasting. And another thing that's been coming up is the podcasting scene. I'm seeing tons and tons of people starting up podcasts because Keem has started the podcast. He started the Bad Kid Cast, which at the time was a pretty fucking big deal. There was only a few big YouTuber podcasts, and Bad Kid Cast, I won't call it baited, but Bad Kid Cast had tons and tons of famous YouTubers. I'm talking people with over 1, 2, 3 million subs were watching the Bad Kid Cast. So he started this platform that tons of people were very popular, were watching, and then we saw meme chat happen, which that never actually happened, but we saw that big people grasp to this idea of we can watch, these podcasts with our favorite YouTubers for longer than 10 minutes at a time. We don't have to wait a week for them to make a video because they'll have a podcast, which is an hour and a half, 2 hours long. And then we see Baited, which is the newest iteration, which has given Colossal and Tommy some great opportunity to really grow on their platforms. Now, granted, those guys know what they're doing. I don't fucking need to toot their horn. They know what they're fucking doing. But for the most part, I think it's an amazing thing that now we have seen trolling become popular, we've seen drama become popular, and now we're seeing podcasting starting to become popular again. It did have a period where it was popular, but now it's starting to come back because of Keemstar helping to popularize these things. Now, there's other people who do this. it's become a big thing. Like one of the best examples I can give is Casey Neistat. Even though vlogging has been very popular in the past, this man has really pushed the envelope and gotten a lot of people interested in the genre of vlogging because of his vlogs. Now, the last two things I want to talk about are a little bit dear to me because of the opportunities I've received on this platform because of Keem, and I really think they need to be brought to light. But the one that I want to talk about, which is not necessarily dear to me, but it is a big deal, is just the sheer amount of giving back that has been done. Just you look at the amount of consoles or help and then like GoFundMe donations made by Keemstar. I can almost guarantee you it is in the upper echelon of like over 10,000, 20,000, maybe the $30,000 mark. Like that's his own money that he gave away to help people or give back to people. You saw on Thrust where some people were getting paid to make videos on Thrust, made a paid content creator team. I mean, that's a big fucking deal. And I challenge you again. Find people who have done the sheer amount of giving back to people. How many people have taken their own money and given it back to people who watch their content? Now, granted, that's not like the best form of flattery. That's not the best way to really like, show your audience you love them. But for the most part, that is a big fucking deal to spend your own money and give back to the people who support you day in and day out. And I'm sorry, but I don't think I've seen that many people who have given the upwards of tens of thousands of dollars amount back to people. I see people do raffles and giveaway. Like the best example is Philly D. He usually does like a $100 Amazon gift card like once or twice a week or something like that. That's still a big fucking deal. He's taking his own money and giving that to people. It's not like somebody saying, oh, I just happen to have this Amazon card. You should go raffle this off or something. It's them saying, yeah, I make my money and I have a little bit extra left over. Let me give it back to the people who have essentially made a career for me. The viewers who have helped me propel my life into this. And the last thing, the big thing that I wanted to say is that, I don't get many chances on YouTube. I don't really get much, and I don't deserve much, because I've been on this platform for nearing 6 years. I've been on here, and I've told my life story a trillion times about how I've done YouTube for this long, and I've worked with so many people, and I've been told no by so many people. People told me to fuck off. People told me to get lost. People have told me to kill myself. People have told me every heinous thing you can call somebody because they don't want to work with me. They think that I'm some sort of money-grubbing asshole. Like, oh, obviously everybody on YouTube's trying to fuck me over, so I can't trust anybody. And you know what? Keem looked past that. He looked beside that and said, I'm going to give this nobody who has 5,000 subscribers on some YouTube channel who I've never seen before, I'm going to give him a chance to manage my fucking podcast and help me out. And if he proves that he can help me out, maybe I'll help him out too. And he's helped me out sometimes in the past, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Now, I present the same option to you. Go find your favorite YouTuber. Go find somebody over 1 million subscribers and go tell them, hey man, I want to work with you. I think I can really help you out. I guarantee you it's going to take you 1,000 tries to find even one person, one single person who says, I'll give you a shot. And I guarantee you if you do find that one person, they're going to shoot you right the fuck down. Because even if they just hear what your idea is, they're going to tell you you're a fucking idiot and they're going to shoot you out. And that's what's happened to me. And I am eternally grateful that I was presented that opportunity by Keem, that somebody actually looked past, the possibility that I might be a fuck up or that I might be a scam artist and said, I'll give you a shot. And they saw that I actually had some sort of value. So for that, I am eternally fucking grateful for that opportunity I was given. Now, with the Leafy situation, I am insulted by just the intelligence of the community at times. Because iDubbbz is funny. I like iDubbbz's content. He's very funny. His video, though, could have been so much more. He could have done so much more damage to Leafy. And you know what he did? He decided to attack him on a feature. The biggest thing about Leafy's content that drives me nuts is that he doesn't do enough. He doesn't take an attempt to actually make anything unique or anything interesting. He just sits there and just says fuck a lot. He makes those cut comms, those transitions, and they're boring to me. I don't find any entertainment out of them. They're bullying the people according to what they say, and this encourages people to jump on a bandwagon and go and send death threats and hate towards people. And despite knowing this individual Leafy has spent all of his time going, yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. I don't care what the backlash is from all the people going and actively making threats at somebody else. I'm going to keep doing it because it's getting me views. There have been many times where Keem has seen that He has seen that people will go on active bandwagons and hate people, and he actively stops himself from doing that. You guys don't see it a lot. There are the instances of him going to dislike the Obey team for that one guy who was, making pedophile comments towards his daughter. But you miss a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes where Keem's like, no, we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that because this could be bad or this could be bad. We don't want to start people being on a bandwagon. You miss a lot of that when you talk to this man behind the scenes. You miss a good guy back there. You miss a smart businessman. And I feel like it needs to be said that, Leafy might make entertaining content. People are actively going and hating him. I don't fucking like him at all. But for the most part, I think the hate he's getting right now is just the rhetoric and the stupidity of sheep. People who go out of their way, the same people who went out of their way to hate on Keem, the same people who go out of their way to hate on Grade A under A, the same people who go out of their way to go find people, send them death threats, are just following a fucking bandwagon right now. And if you've ever done this to anybody, I say shame on you. It is shameful that you exist in this world where somebody suggests something to you and you just follow it. Now guys, I love all of you equally. I fucking appreciate you if you made it all the way through the video. Just don't fucking listen to what anybody says. I talk about this all the time. If somebody or your favorite YouTuber tells you to go do something, suggests you to do something, don't fucking do it. Think for your goddamn self. I'm bringing to light some of the great things that Keem has done in the past, and in my opinion, I still continue to work with this man because the goods outweigh the bad. This man has done extremely more good than he's done bad, and I feel like Leafy has done extremely more bad than he has done good, and therefore that is one of the reasons that I refuse to follow some of these bandwagons, because I see the good in people. I try to see people who actively go out of the way to help people. An example being like Boogie2988. People who actively spend their time trying to help people, trying to give back to the community. And you know what? We need to help propel these people forward. We need to give them the shot. Well, a fucking great person I'm absolutely in love with lately, just watching his content, is Sky Williams. If you ever need like just a solid pick-me-up or somebody with at least a complex rationale who knows what they're talking about, I suggest going over to Sky Williams. Man knows what the fuck he's talking about. And you know what? Sometimes it helps you to just listen to somebody who's telling you to, hey, stop for a second and don't do that horrible thing. Don't say that horrible thing. Just think about what you're going to do before you do it. Guys, I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video, or the next stream, actually. I'll see you all then.